because it's more connected to the land and
Because it's wet and it's kind of marshy, marsh herbs grow here that don't grow, let's say, on Hampstead Heath. So wet and marshy plants tend to be governed by the moon, and the moon governs water in the body. And so things that tend to like water tend to have affinity with the water systems of our body, which can be our lymph, our urine, crying a lot, watery things. Yeah.
There's comfrey, which is just finishing its flowering season, and it's really dearly loved by bees because it's got this it's got the quality of refilling its nectar sources in the flower every 2 to 4 minutes, so the bees can literally just like keep drinking.
Cards on queering herbalism, and because the subject was sex, I thought we could talk about it. But this plant is
just in terms of like foraging etiquette, like nettles do grow very rigorously, but at the same time, in terms of like choosing the young leaves, that's great, but also try not to kind of cut down the plant because they're great for butterflies. The flowers are excellent for pollinators, so when we do it in the garden, then we only take a small amount from different plants rather than like cutting one back to the base or cutting a few completely back to the base, because all we tend to use it for in the garden is the leaves anyway, so we don't need to then cut the whole plant, and unfortunately then all of the pollinators don't really have the same number of flowers that they could have benefited from.
Yeah, the root cures protracted grief and for memory retrieval.
Called on Turtle Island White Man's Foot. It kind of spread with settlers moving along with like their wagons and railroad tracks, and I'm sure Claudia has more to add.
Okay, talking about Turtle Island, they have their own type that's red, and it's like really kind of like, you know, deep red. So I'm just trying to think. So I think its name plantar, like plantar fasciitis, means the base of your feet, and people actually used to put it in their shoes.
That makes it feel like it would be really grounding.
Yeah. So it's a first aid remedy, so that's one thing you all need to know. And you just put it in your mouth, chew it up, and it's called a spit poultice. So you chew it up instead of putting it in a NutriBullet, and you put it on bites, on cuts, and anything that's swollen.
It pulls back, so it's got elastics. Yeah, look at that.
It's powerful. It really is quite hard to break if you.
It does.
No, it's amazing when you do it with your hand, and it's just like
so
a
much.
tug of
Yeah,
war.
that actually sometimes really feels like
It's
there's
like rubber,
something.
yeah.
There's a spirit pulling you back into the ground.
It's a really powerful one, yeah.
Odorata, it's also a type of pansy, and I thought I'd include it as a random thing because the Greek lesbian poet Sappho wrote erotic poetry comparing lovers to this plant, and also I just thought we'd think about language and the kind of way that feminization of flowers is used, and things like the word daisy, buttercup and pansy have been used slurs for queer people, basically. Get you all to get another piece of pineapple weed, because I didn't find it.
Actually, it's quite interesting how mugwort is an endemic, was used as an endemic seining practice, so like another smoke, like energy cleansing plant, but also in acupuncture. Moxa medicine is like basically they get the leaves and they dry them and ground them up, and then they make like this. It makes this fluffy powder that they make into tiny pyramids, and you basically put them on channels like acupuncture points, and you lighten that up, and that also clears, helps clear away certain acupuncture points.
Yeah.
So I would actually take one with like.
What's this?
That's Hawthorne. Can you see it's on fire?
And you just put it in half.
You're so cute. Wow. These smiles.